episode 17 of the mini build, just like that. And this week we've got the list. It's to fully fit the A panel. It needs some fettling. There's a few little bits that need pushing in and squeezing, and a couple of little welds that need patching up. So in this week, this needs fettling. I'm not sure if I'm going to chop this yet or just hammer it down. We'll see. This needs configuring. There's only one layer of metal there. I don't like it, so I might add another layer and then fettle that. All this needs sorting, but this particular section, right, I'm going to wait until I get the windscreen cornice around. And also, on top of that, I've ordered the panel where the rain seam comes down. I've ordered this panel here. I think it's called the A panel surround, something like that. I'm going to put that on, or measure it and fit it up. And hopefully that'll be it for this week. There's a few in here too that needs sorting. I need to weld that. Some flooring in there needs doing. There's a couple of weld patches that need doing. Lots of stuff to be getting on with. Let's get into it. Right then guys, I'm trying to voiceover this week because somebody mentioned in my comments a few weeks back that it might do really well for the video's algorithm and all that stuff, so I'm going to give it a go. Why not? Let's crack straight on with it then. This panel here, the A panel, needs fettling big time. It's not a heritage panel, so it needs a lot of fettling. You can see me here cutting this thing out. It took a lot of heating up, bending, flipping, sanding, you name it. It took ages. Obviously, as you know, the time lapse makes it well quick, but it took time. This panel that you can see me cutting and shaping now is the inner piece of the A panel, and it is like the closing panel. So once this is in, everything will be perfectly sealed after it's all welded in. I wasn't actually sure on how to finish the bottom of this panel. You can see the gap, and it took me quite a while to figure it out. So I just drilled some holes ready for the spot welds, clamped it together, and I actually think the finished product came out pretty nice, and it'll make it super sturdy. Really unproductive day today. My mate came round to get a motorbike ramp that he's borrowing. We ended up chatting for ages, and after he left I only had an hour, and it's just more like tinkering and figuring out the section, so it's difficult. I've hammered this panel, the doorstep, more in. This needs to come over, and this repair panel needs to get in that hole. So that's okay, but if you notice, this is only one sheet of metal. It needs to be two. So I need to cardboard cut out that bit, spot weld it onto there, and then I'll have to do a seam weld all the way down there too. That's a lot of welding. Plus finagle up there. Just been finagling this. I've tacked it in place with this section, so it's in line with that, which is nice. And then this wasn't playing ball. Drilled my spot welds out, took it out and cut it. So I hammered it down, put some spot holes in it, and spot welded it in, and then did a little seam weld on the edge, which is actually pretty nice, that seam weld. Don't think the camera's doing that justice. Yeah, so that's it for today. Yeah, no ticks so far on the box. Let's see if we can get it done tomorrow. Welcome back to day 2 in the unit, and let me just show you what's arrived in the post. So this week so far we've crossed nothing off the list. However, the panels have arrived. The closing panel, this is the panel I took off, right? And this is the panel that's arrived in the post. Look at the size difference. Make that make sense to me. I thought it'd be a nice, quick job. But is it ever? Yeah, let's go test it real quick. Oh. Well, that fits way nicer than I thought it would actually. Just on first glances, I like it. Let's crack on, shall we? Hey up, look at that fitment. One thing I'm learning whilst doing this mini build with all the cutting, shaping and welding is to just take your time and not expect perfection straight off the bat. All this metalwork, when I first put it together, it looks horrendous, and then when I've done the welding it looks generally horrendous, and then after you've sanded it down and cleaned it up and stuff like that and put primer on it, it looks fine. So yeah, I need to just learn to chill out and stop stressing. This was a hefty day on welding. I think in total about 3.5 hours worth of welding in this position. So when I got to work, my neck was already aching and it was pretty much stuck in this position. I felt like an absolute shrimp. I think I mentioned it earlier as well, but I ran out of welding wire on this day. I'm currently using 0.8mm wire, but I had to switch to 0.6mm wire, which really threw me off. And trying to get the settings dialed in for that with the thicker and thinner metal that I was welding today really didn't go too well. I still managed to get it stuck together, obviously, but it definitely showed in my welding. The end of welding results here definitely didn't look as good, let's just say that. Well then, that was a very, very, very busy and hard day. I've got the majority of it welded in. It's just drying now, I've just painted it. The wire ran out on the welder halfway. I was using 0.8mm wire and I've only got 0.6. So I must admit it's some of the worst welding I've done. The worst welding I've done on the car to date. But nonetheless, I still stuck some metal to some metal. Yes, it's ugly. You're not going to see it anyway because I'm going to seam seal it and there's going to be carpet in there. So I'm not too bothered, but yeah, it has been a bit upsetting to jump back a few steps on the welding. But yep, she's in. Tried to do a fairly decent job sanding. This panel here, from this line up to here, I need to put a thin bit of a strip of metal spot welded on all the way up. So there's 2 bits of metal here, and then after that I'm going to have to seam weld all the way up here. I've already tacked it on in place, so I will look at doing that next time. And you'll be glad to know this is weld A panel pillar inside fully done. That's 1 ticked off the list for this week. Saturday night, let's get the rest of the stuff finished. Cardboard A design, pen. This horrendous piece that needs doing, ow. Let's get it done. See, I don't actually think I needed to do this little tiny panel, but in my mind it would be, that's how it would come stock. So I just wanted the Mini to be as strong as possible and as stock as possible where it can be. I'm sure some of you will be screaming at the telly like, that's not how you do it. Well, I did it like that and it's in now, so it's not coming off. I'm sure I mentioned this earlier, but this panel took hours to weld in. So the tiny little strip itself had about 25 to 30 spot welds, and obviously then that only attached it to the inner A panel. So I then needed to do a full seam weld from top to bottom, right in the corner of the A panel too. It's done. We've ticked 2 things off the box this week, and the A panel is officially fit. This piece I was absolutely dreading to do because it's such thin metal, and there was all the spot welds down it as you saw, and I needed to do a full seam weld all the way down. Honestly, the seam weld doesn't look great, but I might patch it up another day, or when it's finished, just have a bit of filler going on. Next on the list, should I say, sort this problem out. put the windscreen surround on, and these have arrived. So this is all next on my list. And I don't know if I've told you all, the bonnet is going to open from this panel. I'm thinking I'm going to keep everything steel, the wing steel, the bumper steel, well, the wings steel, the bumper steel, and the bonnet carbon fibre. That was a shit wing. But anyway, yeah, so I reckon I'm going to have it from there. Fabricate some kind of nice bracket and some thicker section here for the bonnet to clamp onto, right? So it's going to look like this, and then the bonnet's going to go whoosh. The main reason for this, right, is because the engine's so big and this won't exist. It's going to curve down like here. So the main reason for it is so if I ever need to take the engine out or work on the engine, I can just, so that bonnet will slide, hinge up like I just said, and there'll be two pull bolts on the front bumper, pull them and the whole thing can come off. That's the idea and thinking. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it here for this week because I think it's long enough as it is. I'm going to try and do some flipping voiceover stuff because I've just been super busy and I've not been talking much. But yeah, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in episode 18 next week. Cheers.